Welcome to the first episode of Crypto Investigations. Today we delve into the murky world of cryptocurrency scams. How are these scams perpetrated? And more importantly, how can we trace fraudulent transactions to unmask the perpetrators? Stay with us as we uncover the secrets of crypto forensics. Cryptocurrencies have revolutionized finance, but they've also attracted their fair share of fraudsters. From Ponzi schemes to phishing attacks, in this chapter I want to give you the rundown on the most common types of crypto scams. So let's look at Ponzi schemes first. Fraudsters promise high returns with a little risk. New investors' money is used to pay returns to earlier investors, creating the illusion of a profitable business. The Bernie Madoff case was a prime example of this. Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme defrauded thousands of investors out of tens of billions of dollars. And at some point, Madoff attracted investors by claiming to generate large steady returns through an investing strategy called split strike conversion, which is a legitimate trading strategy. However, Madoff deposited clients' funds into a single bank account that he used to pay existing clients who wanted to cash out. And when people wanted to withdraw their money, the scam was brought to light because there wasn't enough to pay people back. He was eventually sentenced to 150 years in prison and forced to forfeit 170 billion as restitution in 2009. As of September 2021, the Madoff Victims Fund distributed its seventh distribution of more than 568 million. Now, another common technique is phishing. Scammers trick victims into revealing private keys or personal information through fake websites or emails. Maybe you've seen those emails you've received from someone claiming to be a representative of your bank, with the email hardly being different from the official emails the bank sends. Usually, they contain malicious links with the goal to get your data and drain your account. Let me show you a quick example. So here's an example how they explain it, and it's a spoofed mail from myuniversity.edu. So that's the extension, right? And then they send an email saying that your password is being expired, but then the user is being redirected to myuniversity.edurenewal.com. So that's a fake website, and then if you fill in your details here, you probably would have been scammed. Now, moving on, there's also the good old rug pulls, which tend to come in two different ways. Developers create a new token and abandon the project after collecting investors' money, leaving them with worthless assets. Now, usually this happens by pulling the liquidity, leaving everyone with nothing. Now, the second way is not the pull of liquidity, but a slow rug, letting the project just bleed out. And then the final one I want to mention is the fake ICOs. Now, fraudulent initial coin offerings entice investors to buy a new cryptocurrency which doesn't exist. Now, a cryptocurrency or ICO white paper is the foundational document for the project. So if a project doesn't have one, it's a huge big red flag. Now, for me, another reason or another big red flag is when I see an undoxed team, or if I see a team that has a couple of 20-year-olds with Tinder pictures, and trust me, that happens more than once. Right, so now that we've addressed the most common scams, it's now time to take a closer look at one of the biggest scams in crypto history, which is the Mt. Gox hack. In 2014, Mt. Gox, which was the largest Bitcoin exchange at the time, filed for bankruptcy after losing 850,000 Bitcoins, worth around 450 million back then. But how did investigators trace the stolen funds, right? In this chapter, we'll take a quick look on how that is possible. Blockchain technology, while offering anonymity, also provides transparency, and investigators use blockchain explorers to trace the movement of the stolen bitcoins. And by using blockchain explorers, you can track each transaction made on the Bitcoin or any other network. And the stolen funds were moved through several wallets to obfuscate their origin. But because each transaction is recorded on the blockchain, trails were able to be followed. Sometimes, however, it's a lot harder because transactions are being sent through a crypto mixer like Tornado Cash. Now, Tornado Cash is an open source software project that provides privacy protection for Ethereum's users. And like many such projects, the name does not refer to a legal entity, but to several open source software libraries that have been developed over many years by a diverse group of contributors. Now, these contributors have published and made Tornado Cash available for general use as a collection of smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain. Tornado Cash pools are smart contracts that enable users to transact privately on Ethereum. And when prompted by a user, pools will automatically carry out one or two supported operations, so deposit or withdraw. Now, together, these operations allow a user to deposit tokens from one address and then later withdraw those same tokens to a different address. Crucially, even though these deposits and withdrawal events occur publicly on Ethereum's transparent ledger, any public link between the deposit and withdrawal address is severed. Now the user is able to withdraw and use their funds without fear of exposing their entire financial history to third parties. I'll put a link in the description down below, which is this one, where you can learn more about this. But what also happens sometimes is that funds are being sent to a new address and then just left there for years, in the hopes that people forget that wallet and they can eventually withdraw their cash. Now eventually you will need an exchange, but not all exchanges require KYC. Some countries offer you to exchange your crypto for cash at an ATM. Because many of these practices incentivize illegal behavior though, I won't further discuss them here on this channel. So how exactly do investigators trace those transactions, you might wonder? Well, let's explore some of the tools and techniques used in crypto forensics. For blockchain explorers, tools like blockchain.info and Etherscan allows users to view transactions on the respective blockchains. Chain Analysis is another powerful analytics platform that provides real-time transaction monitoring and investigation tools for detecting suspicious activities. For instance, you can use their free sanctions screening tool to determine whether or not an address is on a sanctions list. Now, sanctioned entities refer to entities listed on economic of trade embargo lists, such as by the US, EU or UN, with which anyone subject to those jurisdictions is prohibited from dealing. Currently, this includes the specially designated nationals list of the US Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control, which is also known as the OFAC. Elliptic is another leading platform that uses machine learning to track illicit cryptocurrency transactions. The crypto compliance and forensic investigation solutions used by financial institutions, crypto businesses, law enforcement and regulators are helpful to detect and prevent financial crime. Now another tool which is a bit more accessible is Arkham Intelligence, and this tool allows you to search and find addresses, create alerts to get notified when these wallets trade and or have activities, and offers a visualizer that will show you all the wallets that have interacted with the address you're using to search. Let me show you a quick example. So I've got a wallet up here. I don't know this person. I'm going to copy this one. On the right side I can see everything that he or she has done. I can see the development of the portfolio, but if we go to the visualizer up here and we fill in that same address that we've just copied a minute ago, it will show us all the links connected to this wallet, right? And then if you hover over those lines, you will actually see the amount. So $61,253, $24,500, and so on. And you can see everything that's going on with that wallet. So that's a great tool, and I use it on the daily to find myself some whales or to see where the money is going. And before we move on to the next chapter of this video, I want to remind you that I'm not a registered financial advisor. My videos are meant to be educational and entertaining only. Even though me and my team try to research projects to the best of our abilities, it is important to always do your own research and only invest money you're willing to lose, because even though you can gain a lot in crypto, you will most likely lose it all. Right, let's move on to the law enforcement and blockchain experts that collaborate together to make giant busts. The battle against crypto fraud is not fought alone. Law enforcement agencies collaborate closely with blockchain experts to track and apprehend criminals. Law enforcement relies heavily on blockchain analytics companies to provide them with insights and detailed reports on suspicious transactions. Their expertise allows them to build strong cases against fraudsters. Now, past collaborations have led to significant breakthroughs in cases like the recent takedown of the major ransom network, where millions in cryptocurrencies were seized. And while experts work hard to track down scammers, you can take steps to protect yourself. Now, in this chapter, I want to mention some essential tips to stay safe in the crypto world. It all starts by verifying websites and emails. Always double check URLs and email addresses before entering any personal information. Be especially cautious when connecting your wallets to websites and dApps, and always make sure to disconnect them after you're done. Then there's the use of hardware wallets. You always need to store your cryptocurrencies in hardware wallets to protect them from online hacks. Now, this channel is sponsored by Decent, and they are actually a hardware manufacturer which offers two types of hardware wallets. The first one is their biometric hardware wallet, and then the second one is their all-in-one card wallet, which is ideal for on the go. All you need is your phone and the card to be able to manage your cryptocurrency assets. I made a dedicated video on Decent and on their products, so be sure to check those out. Also, in the description, you will find a link that will get you a $30 discount. Now finally, be sure to join our free Telegram and free Twitter, where I share news and projects quicker and more often than I do on this channel, because these videos actually take a long time to produce. Right, let's move on with the video. So before investing, research the project, its team, and reviews from the community. There are many tools that you can use to research projects. Try twitterscore.io, for instance, to check their Twitter growth and to see if it's organic. Check the age of a website and also do Google advanced checks on its team members, because when you open up Google, you will get a different result than I do. So when you can't find anything, it doesn't mean I won't find anything either. However, by using the advanced option, you have much more opportunities to find the things you're looking for. For instance, if you go to google.com and Google a random Russian company, you probably won't find any results. But if you go to advanced and then change the country to Russia, the language to Russian, and then fill in your search string, you will most likely get much more accurate results. Let me show you a quick way how to do this. So right now I've searched for Gazprom. It's a very well-known Russian company. These are my results. But if I go to tools and then go to advanced search, I get much more options, and I can change the language to, let's say, Russian, and I can change the region to Russia as well and fill in much more details if necessary. But I'm just going to click advanced search, and then these are the results that I have, and I can just translate it, and I get much different results than when I did before, right? Let's move on to the next one, which is enabling two-factor authentication. Always make sure to add an extra layer of security to your accounts by enabling two-factor authentication. This can be a combination of email codes together with Google or Microsoft authenticated codes. I've set it for everything, for example, even the less important stuff, because you never know what happens to a website. So cryptocurrency scams are a real threat, as we have learned in this video. But with the right knowledge and tools, we can trace and unmask these fraudulent transactions. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and remember to always do your own research. If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights into the world of cryptocurrency. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Doei!